When ChatGPT was first released in late 2022, it quickly gained attention for its potential to revolutionize how we learn, write, and work. As an example of a large language model, ChatGPT is one of many AI tools that have flooded the market, each claiming to make life easier for students. But while these tools appear to be magically convenient, there's an important side of AI that often goes unnoticed, and it's crucial that you understand it. In this video, we'll focus specifically on LLMs like ChatGPT to help you grasp how it works and, more importantly, the potential problems of using AI in academic settings. While these tools can be powerful, they come with significant risks and limitations that can impact your learning if not used thoughtfully. Our goal today is not just to explain how LLMs like ChatGPT function, but to help you recognize the risks and challenges involved in relying on AI tools for your academic work. We'll begin by exploring what LLMs are and how they work, then move on to discuss their potential problems and limitations, such as AI hallucinations. We'll also examine the ethical considerations surrounding AI tools. Finally, we'll discuss how their misuse can hinder your development of crucial skills, such as critical thinking, which are essential for your success in college. At their core, large language models like ChatGPT are sophisticated AI systems that generate text by predicting the next word or phrase based on patterns learned from vast amounts of text data, such as books, articles, and websites. When you ask an LLM a question, it doesn't know the answer like a human would. Instead, it generates a response by predicting the most likely sequence of words based on patterns in its training data. This prediction-based design has some important implications. LLMs don't have fixed knowledge or beliefs. They don't understand information the way humans do. Their responses are driven by patterns, not by reasoning or comprehension. Notably, they generate answers based on statistical patterns. Instead of providing answers grounded in knowledge, LLMs are built to predict what comes next based on probability. They don't have true comprehension. LLMs don't actually understand what they're saying. They simply predict what text sequence is most relevant to the text in your prompts based on prior examples. This design explains both the impressive capabilities and the significant limitations of these tools, particularly in academic contexts where deep understanding and critical thinking are essential. Additionally, while we understand the basic mechanics of how LLMs work, the decision-making process behind their responses can often be difficult to reveal. This is known as a black box problem, where the patterns that guide their output are hidden from the user and raises serious concerns about accuracy, fairness, and reliability, especially when it comes to academic work. One of the most significant limitations of LLMs is something experts call AI hallucination, when an AI generates information that sounds plausible but is actually fabricated. This happens when the model detects patterns that don't exist or produces content that doesn't match reality, such as creating fake citations or references. Unlike a search engine, which retrieves links, the LLM simply generates text that appears like a credible source but actually isn't. In academic research, hallucinations pose serious risks. AI systems often fabricate citations, misquote sources, or invent research findings, threatening the integrity of your work. What makes hallucinations especially dangerous is that they can seem completely credible and are often hard to spot without a deep understanding of the subject matter. ChatGPT has even fooled experts with their hallucinations and caused them much embarrassment. Stanford professor Jeff Hancock, who studies how people use deception with technology, used ChatGPT to help write a court statement. But he didn't realize it included fake citations, a common problem known as AI hallucinations. When the court discovered the made-up sources, the judge dismissed Hancock's testimony and said it hurt his credibility. The judge even noted the irony. Professor Hancock, a credentialed expert on the dangers of AI and misinformation, has fallen victim to the siren call of relying too heavily on AI, in a case that revolves around the dangers of AI no less. This real-life example underscores just how easily AI hallucinations can slip by unnoticed, which raises an important question. Imagine trusting ChatGPT to write your Alice or Alessa essay, only to fail because it invented a source. The risks of AI hallucinations are very real, and they can undermine your academic integrity. With AI tools becoming more common in research and writing, it's important to think carefully about ethics. You should always be honest about when and how you've used AI, just like citing any other source. It's also your job to double-check AI-generated content, since it can sometimes produce false or misleading information. In the end, only humans can take full responsibility for academic work, and that includes using AI tools responsibly. Another key issue is copyright and ownership. Many AI tools are trained on existing creative work, like writing or images, often without the original creator's permission. This raises serious ethical concerns, especially when companies profit from content that wasn't theirs to begin with. So, whether you're using AI to write, research, or create, always think about the impact and stay informed about the rules. A recent example of AI ethics in art involved OpenAI's Studio Ghibli-style image filter. It became controversial after people used it to change real photos, like one of a meeting between Presidents Trump and Zelensky, into images that looked like scenes from a Ghibli movie. While the results were visually impressive, the deeper issue is that the AI copied a unique artistic style without the creator's permission. This raises an important question. When does using an art style become a violation of someone's cultural or intellectual identity? Design and animation expert Deborah Zapiro has criticized OpenAI's use of Hayao Miyazaki's style, calling it exploitation, not imitation. It's not replicating or mimicking it, it's stealing it, she said. Zapiro explained that while AI can copy the look of Miyazaki's art, it misses the emotional depth and human creativity behind it. They do not understand art, they understand profit, so it can't possibly capture the soul of Miyazaki's artwork, she explained. How can you be sure when an AI tool is violating someone's copyright or plagiarizing their work? This is part of a growing awareness we must cultivate as we navigate the ethical challenges posed by AI tools. Understanding these ethical considerations will help you make responsible choices and ensure that your work maintains integrity. Overusing AI tools like ChatGPT can weaken your critical thinking skills, which are important for success in school and in life. A recent study has shown that when students depend too much on AI, they often stop thinking for themselves. This is called cognitive offloading. It means you let technology do the thinking instead of analyzing problems on your own. As a result, you may struggle to understand difficult ideas, build logical arguments, or question assumptions, skills that are necessary for higher-level academic work. Misusing AI can also make your work less original and less thoughtful. Studies have found that AI-generated writing often lacks creativity and deep understanding because it skips the thinking process. To be able to write a thoughtful and insightful essay, you must spend time thinking about your topic's significance, nuances, and interpretations. By doing this work before and while you write, your personal voice and viewpoint will come through, even if the grammar is not perfect. An essay written with too much help from AI might look grammatically correct, but will struggle to show clear thinking, strong arguments, and deep understanding of the subject matter. A recent study by MIT researchers made headlines after finding that using AI in writing can affect brain activity. The researchers observed that students who wrote without AI showed deeper thinking, while those who started using AI early in the writing process showed less mental engagement. Notably, teachers who evaluated the study's essays perceived AI essays as soulless, especially when they were grammatically perfect yet lacked personal insights or statements. The same MIT project's researchers further cautioned how extended AI use in writing tasks may lead to competency in content, but without engaging fully in the underlying cognitive work. In other words, you may learn about a topic, but lack true thoughtfulness, which puts your originality and deep understanding at risk. Relying on AI is like using a calculator before learning basic math. Tools that write essays or solve equations for you skip the mental heavy lifting. So make sure to listen to the AI guidelines from your professor, as they are tailored to maximize your learning experience. Your brain is a muscle. If you stop using it, you'll pay the price. AI tools like ChatGPT can be valuable for certain tasks, but it's important to understand their limitations, especially in academic settings. Over-relying on AI or ignoring the ethical concerns can limit your growth in key areas such as critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving. True learning comes from actively engaging with course materials, questioning ideas, and developing your own insights, not from shortcuts. It's also essential to follow your professor's AI guidelines, as these policies are designed to support your learning goals. By using AI responsibly, you can enhance your academic performance while maintaining the integrity and depth of your learning.